Hello everybody, welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, August 17th, 2024. We are back with our NFL best bets of the day, preseason edition. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach and welcome to Being the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results. Thursday's results. So Thursday went 1-1 with the Pats minus 2.5, that was a loss. Under 36.5, New England and Philly, that was a win. Pats absolutely should have covered that. I don't even know how they let that up, but it is what it is. Overall for the preseason, though, the preseason were 11-8, which by the way doesn't sound great, but it's 58%. And 58% in this business is great, especially in the preseason. So I'll take that all day long. But really, what we have to look at is look at last year. Last year we had a fantastic year: 218 and 144. Best bets were members only. Best bets were 54 and 24. We were plus 73.14 units overall for the year. And we had a great year last year. We're gonna have another great year this year in the NFL. And if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these NFL videos every single day the NFL's on, even in the preseason. We also have an MLB video out right now, so go check that out when you're done with this one. We are hot in the MLB right now, so definitely go check it out. And also on top of that, guys, our membership, zdmbest.com, our membership, we have a 40% off sale. And it ends today. At midnight tonight, it is gone. It will not exist anymore. I want to see you guys profit like all of our members are profiting right now. Again, that website, zdmbest.com/picks, zdmbest.com/picks, zdmbest.com/picks. And there's a lot of other perks that come along with membership other than our members only best bets. But we have a full slate of picks for you guys here today in the NFL. Let's jump into them now. I got 3 plays for you guys. First play, we're going to go with the Giants plus 3.5 versus the Texans here today. The public is all over, and I mean all over the Texans, but the Sharps are big time on the Giants. If Daniel Jones doesn't play, which honestly I kind of hope he doesn't, Tommy DeVito is going to be the quarterback for this entire game. And in preseason games, if you have continuity at quarterback position the entire game, that is a huge benefit for you if you're betting that team. Now, also, Locke is probably out as well for the Giants, so it just screams me that Tommy DeVito is the guy in this spot. On top of that, the Texans stars are going to play a little bit, but the fact is that once you have to get past the first quarter, which is really the longest the Texans stars are going to play, given how many veterans they have. Excuse me. Is going to be maybe a quarter in one drive. And you have to look at what's going to happen in the next 2.5, 3 quarters. And they don't have the offensive depth to be able to compete with the Giants team that actually has really good defensive depth. So I'm going to roll with the Giants here plus 3.5. I get plus 3.5, which is huge. I would play it at plus 3. I would not go to plus 2.5. Give me the Giants plus 3.5 versus the Texans here today. Next, we're going to the over 36.5 in Cincinnati and Chicago. The Sharps are big on the over today, and I mean big on the over. Joe Burrow is not going to play. That report has already come out. He is not playing, but Jake Browning is, and they've got good quarterback depth. They also have a guy named Rocky Lombardi who's got, by the way, that is the best football name I've ever heard in my entire life, but is what it is. I think they're going to play great. But overall, the Bengals have a pretty deep offensive roster, which is huge, and they have a smart offensive coach with Zach Taylor. And he's going to make sure all these quarterbacks are prepared to be able to put their best foot forward no matter what. Well, the Bears, they're going to be playing Caleb Williams. They're going to be playing their starters again. Caleb is still a rookie, so of course he's going to be playing. And also they've shown that they have great offensive. They put up 38 points against the Bills last time out. They have great offensive weapons and very good depth. I don't love the defensive depth for either team. And the sharp money today is heavy on the over. So give me the over 36.5, Cincinnati and Chicago. And I'm going to go with the Redskins plus 4.5 versus the Dolphins. I believe both sets of stars are going to play. And Washington has more depth than the Dolphins, in my opinion, when it comes to the preseason. Now, if this was a regular season game, I would not be saying that. However, for the preseason, the Redskins have more depth. And when you look at the depth chart here, Tua will be playing, but I don't think really at all. Mike White will play like a quarter, and then you're going to be dealing with Skylar Thompson, who I don't think is very good. Past their top wide receivers with Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and they also have Odell Beckham, which I forgot about. Honestly, I didn't realize he was on that team. You don't have much when it comes to receivers. Running backs, though, they look pretty good. Jeff Wilson, Jalen Wright are actually pretty good for the Dolphins. But the Redskins, listen, man. Or the Commanders, or whatever you want to call them. I call them the Redskins. That's what I grew up with. But the fact is that we've got some good quarterback depth. I don't think Mariota is probably going to play, but Sam Hartman is going to is going to walk over glass to play today. And Jeff Driscoll is actually a pretty good quarterback when it comes to the preseason, not in the regular season, but in the preseason. While the Redskins also have a lot of receiver depth, a lot of running back depth as well, very similar to the Dolphins. I also be given the fact they've also filled out their roster big time on the defensive side of things over this offseason. When you look at like the reserves, we've hit a lot of singles in free agency, not a lot of home runs, which is big when it comes to the preseason. So I really like the Redskins here, plus 4.5 versus the Dolphins here today. Now, like I said, guys, I might be adding a couple more plays here. If I do, I'll post down the pinned comment below, and also post on my Twitter. My Twitter is linked in the description below. And again, guys, the membership is 40% off until today, till midnight tonight. Once midnight hits, we are flipping to the new prices. So, guys, take advantage of it. I don't want to see you guys spending any more money than you have to. Take advantage of our members only. And by the way, take advantage of profit like our members are right now, which they are profiting big time. So, website zdmbets.com/picks. Website linked in the comments below. But guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check out those other videos.